We just talked about this yesterday, the whole work from home thing. And today there's an article in the New York Post. Top Apple executive quits over return to office policy. Wow, isn't that interesting? Director of Machine Learning Ian Goodfellow announced his resignation last week, telling colleagues that CEO Tim Cook's push to get employees back into the office had driven him out. I believe strongly that more flexibility would have been the best policy for my team. And this is pretty interesting. So Apple is requiring employees to work in person on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and they can apparently work up to 4 weeks per year. But as you browse through the article, it says right here, everyone and their grandma knows Apple is using the pilot as a stepping stone to 5 days back in the office. Ian probably got the inside scoop that this is coming and left. Yep. That's probably true. I have a feeling or a thought here. There was one point that all of the leadership around me left. Like it was like every single leader was upping and leaving. And at that point, I thought, wow, that's really, really strange, right? Because your leaders are supposed to follow a particular vision, and I think that if the vision doesn't align, they would probably go elsewhere. And so, Goodfellow leaving, yeah, probably a bad sign. And it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, because I think employees want that flexibility. Even people that want to work in the office, that enjoy that social interaction, even those people want the option to just work from home if they want to. And why not? You know, unless you can really provide a good reason as to why you shouldn't be able to just work from home, it's a lot of extra time. You know, I didn't spend very long on my hair this morning. You might be able to tell. What is that noise? But, you know, if I had to go into the office, I gotta do so much to get ready. I gotta get there by a certain time. If you're any amount of time late getting into the office, everyone looks at you and they're like, ooh. Or even if they don't, you feel like they do. I much prefer to just come to my desk, you know, have my morning routine right here, figure out what's going on for the day, and then hammer it out. I have so much more control, and I can be so much more productive. So I don't know. So he's the first person to leave. I've got to imagine that others will leave as well, especially since, you know, other companies like Google are being less strict with that stuff. You figure a lot of people might just jump ship. And I'm sure there's some people that are really passionate about working at Apple, but there's a lot of people that work there. So some people will move, and you know, you can lose that competitive edge. And I think sometimes, like, companies don't think about that. They consider it collateral damage, right? Like, oh, well, we'll change this policy and we'll lose 10% of the workforce. But losing 10% of your workforce, it's not like you're just losing the labor, the man hours. You're also losing those connections and that engagement from those people. So if 10% of the people around me leave, that's a certain level of trauma for me, right? People leaving around me that I've worked with for a long time, that I have relationships with, and me having to build new relationships with new employees because you were so insane about putting this policy into place. That's work for me, and it destroys my level of comfort in the organization. Because why would I stay and make new relationships with all of these people? Those might have been the people that, you know, were really making me stay here during certain bad times at the company. And so I'm much more likely to leave when you let people go. And that's true in my current role as well. I mean, they let our senior person go. One of our other people left because I can't blame him, frankly. And so many of our leaders left. I'm trying to do my work, but could I truly say that I feel engaged anymore? Not really. I feel like it's all just a big lie. Anyway, enough of that. Oh my gosh, what is with that cat? He's turned on the sink. Whatever. Let's go to the to-do list. Here is the to-do list. Tuesday. All right, let's take a look. Deodorant, teeth, and hair. I did my teeth. I did my hair. Haven't done deodorant, but I'll do that in a minute. The rental, I did end up paying that bill. The rent is collected. Good. Meeting with Kelly about Charlie. I'll push that forward. Charlie's my daughter. Kelly's her mom. What is with that? Hang on one sec. I gotta turn that sink off.